Get my 6. What's up, everybody? This Virginia boy wants to welcome you to Colorado, and finally, for the video you've all been waiting for. Yeah, we came out here to train at altitude so we can go back and whoop up on my fellow old men in some local road races. Get some miles in up here at 8,000 feet and better. But I'll tell you what, while we're here, we're also going to go on the look of him, her, it, or they. Because I've been sitting here last couple of days observing some things, and I'm going to flip the phone and give you a view. I'm going to show you where we're going. Now, I've got a heck of a hike ahead of me, and it's going to be steep. I'm going to have to drive part of the way. I've talked to my one of my local contacts here who told me about a trail. Let me flip the phone. I'm going to explain to you what I have seen. It's him, her, it, or they. And we're going to try to sneak up on them from behind because I see where they're going. So let me flip the phone and let you see what I'm talking about. All right, so there's the top of the mountain. And I've been sitting down here observing for the last few days that we've been here. And what I've noticed, I'm going to zoom in. I want you to pay attention to the color of those rocks, the color of the boulders. And note, for example, like right here, there are multiple cave-like structures where him, her, let me move my finger, it's messing with the focus. Him, her, it, or they could call home easily. Note the color of the boulders. And this is odd because I have sat here and I've noticed, like right here, what might appear to be a boulder. See, there's 3, 1, 2, 3. But later in the day when I've sat and observed that same area, there may only be 2. At times there's been 4. But they're the same color as the landscape. And I've noticed, so I have seen definitive movement of these things. It looks like boulders rolling up hills into the green. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a truck up the road to where there's a trailhead, and it's going to be a heck of a hike. I'm going to walk up behind here and see what's going on in the forest back behind that cliff. Okay, again, note the color of the cliff, because where we're going to be, it's going to be all green mostly, and we're looking for something the color of those boulders, the color of those rocks. Join me if you dare. All right, guys, I've driven as far as I can drive. This is a gated road, foot travel only, except for Forest Service personnel. Now, we're gonna be looking everywhere. Got these giant rock outcroppings. But again, think of the first part of the footage you saw. This road, I'm told, goes up and wraps around, and it's going to come out on like a flattish area, and over on the other side is where there's cliffs, there's boulders, whatever they call them out here in Colorado are. There were no other vehicles at the gate. It's pretty remote where we are. There's people, but not many. So now as I get closer up here, I'm going to do my best not to talk. But you know, I'm not very good at not talking. But I'm recording a lot of this because I want you to... Was that one? I'm zoomed in. That might just be a tree stump. Where did it go? Oh, wait, what's that? Did you hear that? Clearly 2 huffs or gruffs. And what we saw is now gone. Okay, I think we're in their territory. And I'm far away from home, guys. I tell you, Bigfoot Sasquatches in Virginia, I hope the ones out here in Colorado is just as friendly. So we've never had any problems with them. So we got massive tree bends right here in front of where we saw something. It's no longer there. Let me move my finger for the focus. Tree bends, X top there. Is that it? Okay. I think we may have just picked one up on camera, maybe two, and then we heard the huffs, the growls. All right. Well, it's hard to breathe up here. We're getting close to 10,000 feet. All right. So I'm gonna stop recording, walk a little bit more up here, catch my breath, and this goes up and wraps around. We should come right around to where we saw a tree knock. They know we're here. They know we're here. All right, let's keep going. Guys, it's a glorious view. These mountains, we got an opening up right here on the side. I think we're getting close to our area of interest. Seems to be flattening out up there, so that's going to be the top again with those rocks over on the other side. Guys, just to give you an indication, I've been walking for 30 minutes now. Look how steep this is. I mean, the oxygen is so thin, I can hardly breathe. God, these Rocky Mountains are beautiful. But this is not what we're doing up here. We came up here to look for him, her, it, or they, so let's continue. All right, we're almost to the peak. And I just started filming again because it looks like there's some sort of a game trail here. Yeah, we're close to the top. I'm seeing skylight right back here. So I'm gonna look for tracks. I saw some mule deer tracks earlier. Got a collection of pine cones here. Guys, watch. Let me zoom in. It's brownish, but it's a little darker. Okay, that's a pine trunk. Yeah, we're close to the top, guys. If you're seeing anything, if you're seeing any peekers behind trees, point them out, timestamp it. Okay. All right, let's keep going, almost there. Okay, guys, we've made it to the top. Flattens out, and those rock cliffs you saw at the beginning of the video are over here. Seems to open up into a meadow. There could be a Bigfoot Sasquatch in here anywhere. There could be elementals, wraiths, rakes, wendigos. Just keep your eyes open. Then remember, over there's a neighboring mountain. We're looking. See the shade of brown of the boulders. We're looking for that inside of all this green. It's eerily quiet up here, except for one bird, which might not even be a bird. We got beautiful aspens. They could be anywhere. Gosh, look at that mountain. That is so beautiful. I don't know what those posts are for. Maybe to hitch horses up to. I don't know. We're not here to see horses. We're here to see Bigfoot Sasquatch. I am so out of my element here. I'm zoomed in as far as I can zoom on this camera because I don't want to walk into something that might be up there waiting on me. I'm always on their turf, even back home, but I am on their turf 2,000 miles away from home. Just gonna walk up here, see what we can get from this view up here. Gosh, this is gorgeous. As tempting as it is to stop and take in all this scenery, which I am as I go, I'm gonna press forward, press on here, because we're at the top, as you can see. Gosh, that mountain over there looks like the one we're on now. I don't know how anybody can tell a sense of direction in these Rocky Mountains, because they all look very similar. It is very quiet up here. It is so quiet. All right, we're directly above where we were when we saw those two potential Bigfoot Sasquatch down there earlier, and we heard the gruffs, and they vanished and disappeared, so they would have come up here. Here's the pine. This is where the trail was. We were directly down there, so they would have come up here somewhere. My gosh, they could be hiding in any of this underbrush. As long as they don't move, we'll never see them. Unless if you guys pick them up with your eyes. All right. Guys, I stopped the camera for a minute because I had a deer fly on the back of my neck. And it didn't occur to me, look at that lake over there. Look at that. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. For those of you who live in Colorado, it's my humble opinion you live in one of the most absolute beautiful parts of planet Earth. Guys, this view is majestic. I've made it to the end of the meadow, and what's catching my eye here is this mound. It looks like some sort of like a nest or something. It's right here on top of these mountains. But the trail ends, and we're hitting some pretty thick brush, some pretty thick forest, where these things could be anywhere. What's that? Look at this. This is not a natural structure. Someone or something made this. I found these in Virginia. There's another one. Guys, someone or something made this stuff. Oh my gosh. They could be anywhere in here. They could be down there. They could be up here. What's that? Oh my God! Time to get on my toes, Jack! Heading back. Got about a mile to go. About a mile and a half past where whatever that thing was. And we're not out of the woods yet. Guys, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. This is our AAR. Yeah, keep getting my 6. Let's make sure nothing's following us off this mountain. It's our after action review. And we still got to pass through where we potentially saw 2 adults on the way up. So down here when we heard the 2 huffs, I hope somebody timestamped that so everybody else can go back and listen if they missed it. I saw what my gut was telling me, some large dark creature behind. Okay, that's a dog from somewhere, but why is it barking? So we saw what clearly appeared to be 2 large dark figures behind those trees go up to the top. Found the mound, found the nest, saw whatever the hell. Everybody's like, listen, if you expect me to run right up on these things, why didn't you run toward it instead of away? Are you serious? You're going to see what may or may not be a potential Bigfoot Sasquatch in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. When you're from Virginia and you're going to run up on it? Seriously? Why don't you just ask me to do that if I see a grizzly bear out here? No way. But I'm convinced there are more Bigfoot Sasquatches out here in Colorado in these Rocky Mountains than there probably are anywhere else. I mean, I know, yeah, you got them out in the Pacific Northwest, and we got them in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. They're all over Appalachia. So, hope you enjoyed it. We're about 2.5 miles. I swear, I must have hiked 2,000 feet in elevation to get up there. But I think the footage was worth it. I think the footage was very much worth it. So, and here's the cool thing. This cross-country trip ain't over yet. We're not even to the grand. Did you hear that limb break? Okay, I think it's best I get the hell out of here. See you for more next time.